So I just wanted to make this video. I suppose people have heard in the news about the tragic fire in Cavan town yesterday, Saturday night, sorry. And unfortunately one person has died, a man in his 40s has died, and two other, a child and a woman has serious smoke inhalation. And along with that, two members of the Cavan County Fire Service have been injured when they tried to go into the building. And were injured in the situation. I'm going to talk about that. So first of all, I offer my condolences on behalf of the people of Buttersbridge, on behalf of the community at large. I offer the condolences to the family, and my hearts go out to them at this time. It's tragic, really, really tragic to lose anybody in any circumstance, but it's tragic to lose them in the fire. I just want to praise, and I'm sure everybody would be along with me saying this, the fire service, Cavan County Fire Service, majority of them are voluntary firefighters, firewomen and firemen. They're voluntary, majority of them are voluntary. One of them that was injured was a voluntary firefighter who, heard the car, when he was in bed. He wasn't in bed, but, he was off doing his own thing, and he went off and got his fire uniform and went out and done it, not getting paid, and he got injured. So we do have to pay. I'm sure everybody that's watching this video now will pay tribute to the amazing men and amazing women of the Cavan Fire Service. There's a video up online of it that they arrived from the scene. They didn't spend any minutes dilly-dallying around. They went straight in. Done their best to try and save everybody who was in the building at the time. Went in. They've done extremely brave, extremely. Everybody else was running away, as I always say. Everybody else was running away from the fire, and that's what was happening. Like, everybody was running away. They ran towards the fire, and I'm sure everybody who's here will praise the fire brigade and the ambulances and the guards who responded to it. And obviously they done extremely to the best of their abilities. They saved as many people as they could. And everybody here, everybody around Cavan, I take my hat off to the Cavan County Fire Service and to the paramedics and to the guards who responded to it. Handled the situation, very well. Got people out of the area, closed down the area, and two firefighters, risked their lives, to save others, and and not even thinking about their own lives, rushed into the building to try and save, people, to try and save lives. And I'm sure everybody, will pay tribute to the Cavan Fire Service for their, absolute bravery and dedication to Cavan. And, and these situations, at these times of crisis and times of heartbreak in a village, in a town, we have to look at the heroes, the heroes of the day, who didn't run away and who, done their duty to the best of their abilities and saved two people's lives and, done their best to save another person. But unfortunately, it's heartbreaking. It is really, really heartbreaking. But I think everybody has to commend the fire service. I think everybody will have to commend, the bravery and the dedication they put into what they're doing every day of the week, and especially on Saturday night. And I say to every, as I said, I could say it over and over again to every fireman and firewoman in the county, in Cavan, and a few of them, I literally take my hat off. It's a hard job to do, be a firefighter, and without even thinking about it, these men, rushed in to try and save people's lives, and these men and women rushed in to try and save people's lives, without even thinking of themselves. They rushed in to save people's lives, and that's something that I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have the courage, in a split second to run in and risk my life, in a split second. Like, they didn't even think about it. They just rushed in and they done their best, and I'm sure everybody would pay tribute to them. And God bless Cavan County Fire Service, and obviously prayers for the victims that are affected at the moment of time. They're in the hospice though, and prayers for the firefighters, and my deepest condolences to the family of the 40-year-old man who died. So yeah, very tragic world we live in.